Okay, you're gonna start cleaning up and working on the 440 MXZ X. So as you saw, we kind of introduced it in the last video, but it needs a little bit of work. It does run strong, super fun to ride. Does need a couple things, but yeah. So we'll kind of go over that here real quick. All right, the first thing, I'll just like a general cleanup. That's what I'm gonna do now. New seat cover, which we have one right there. We need to do something about these hand grips because that comes in contact there. We need a new kill switch because it kind of works sometimes. And then what we're gonna work on today, cleaning it up, and then we do have a fuel leak. And if you see down there on the fuel line, there's a lot of JB weld holding that in. So we're gonna just replace that grommet. And then, yeah, just like I said, general cleanup. And yeah, so we'll get this guy in the air and start working. All right, I don't know why I didn't think to get a video of this, but so I pulled the grommet that goes into the gas tank out. Just kind of pried it out. They used a lot of JB weld on there. So we'll kind of start chipping that away. I'll pull this fuel line off. We'll get it all taken apart, put the new grommet on, and I'll show you kind of more what you do. But you take this, there's a plastic piece inside the grommet. You take that out. Slide that into the new one. Or no, you slide the grommet in, and then you slide that piece in with this hose attached. So we'll do that and get rocking and rolling. Okay, so here's the inside one, the inside fuel pickup. This is the fuel line. It is cracked like crazy. Lola's over here playing a video game, hanging out with me. We're listening to a book. I started to put on this blue hose, and it's too small for the clamps. So anyways, yeah, that's what we got going on. It's a mess here, but we got the new fuel line on. I should clean this up, huh? We've got this put on the new grommet. So we're gonna slide that in, put that on, and then get that in the sled. All right, so we've got our grommet and I don't know what you call it, connector piece here, hooked onto the pickup tube with our filter and spring. That's on there to keep it on the heavy on the bottom of the tank, or like float up and down, right? I took a little bit of oil. So let me make sure I'm looking at this in the right. Okay. So this is our grommet and it will slide up onto there, but we put this through the tank, then we push the grommet in, and then we'll push this piece. We'll push the grommet onto this part. Okay, so I just put a little bit of 2-stroke oil on there to help us slide it in and get it all on. So we're gonna put this in, then we'll hook up the fuel lines to this and get everything back together and fire it up. All right, we got that hooked on. We have the primer line, the fuel line hooked up. I just need to add some gas. I gotta go get some gas and pre-mix it. This is important if you have an older sled. I know the ZX, the wedge chassis Polarises. Not sure about the Edge, probably. I don't know what that chassis is called. Gen 1, Gen 2. Anyways, I'm guessing they all have this grease cert down here. You need to grease that. I've had one. I just bought the sled. Let's see, it's this one over here. I just bought that, and I didn't know that there's a grease cert there. Took it out on its first ride, and there were sparks flying everywhere out the bottom. I was like, oh, geez, the brakes are really grinding. But I didn't think, oh, it's on the other side. Anyways, you can wear that bearing out, and it'll eat into your E-module. So, yeah, luckily that one I caught in time. Didn't mess anything up. It was just into the carrier. So make sure to grease that. Now I'm gonna go through, grease the track. There was a bunch of cracks on this boot. I'm having a hard time finding one. So until I find one, just put some RTV on there. I don't know, we'll see. Hopefully it holds it. We'll keep a pretty close eye on that. So, yeah. So we'll go through, grease the skid, and yeah, get cooking. Okay, skid is all greased up. I got one of the grease certs I had to take out and clean. Now, I am changing the chain case oil. And after that, you're gonna clean out the brake fluid. And then just waiting for that RTV to dry. I'll go get some gas, put it in there, make sure it's still not make sure it's not leaking, and then I think we're about done. I mean, other than like, I'll clean up. That's for this. Like, we'll clean this up, make it look real nice and that. But yeah, getting ready to rip this guy. Okay, that's all the chain case oil we had in there. So I'll have to go grab some more. We work at changing out the brake fluid. So to change it, there's just a Allen in the bottom of that. I'll clean out that right there. All right, so that's the brake fluid. It's super dark, so that means there's water in it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna suck that out. I'm gonna add some new to it, and then we'll go down and just pump it through, keep that full, pump it, you know. So kind of just change it out, because the brakes do work right now, so we don't need to fix anything. But I've just had so many bad experiences with these in the recently. I've had bad experiences with brake lines or brakes that I just want to change out this fluid, get some new stuff in there, stop any corrosion that's happening. So yeah, look how brown that is. It should be pretty clear. All right, we got the carburetors back on, got everything set up, started it. I just blanked and didn't record because I wanted to clean the clutches out, and I just did that while I was running with the little Scotch-Brite while it's running trick. They look a lot better now than they did earlier. So I'm gonna clean the secondary. Can't really do it that way, so I'm just gonna take the Scotch-Brite and just try to get even. So one thing, and why the air box is not on yet, the kill switch does not work on this sled. I'm gonna have to figure that out here. That's what I do next. And I got the brakes cleaned out, and they seem to be working great. I've been just kind of tidying up some things, cleaning a little bit as I go. So I'm gonna clean the secondary clutch, get a new kill switch figured out for this. New, or just maybe I'll just have the wires sitting there and we'll just stick them together. I don't know. Because I do kind of want to get something on there permanently. Anyways, so that's what I'm gonna work on now. And then I'll put the airbox back in now too. So I'll probably put that on before I get the secondary on, just so there's more room. So this is exciting. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I can get this done, and Jared's taking his kids out and we can go test it out a little bit. So yeah, so that's gonna be kind of where I'll finish on this for today, but it does need like a general cleanup, more than what I've done now. But I think we're getting really close, so it's gonna be good. Oh, and it's not leaking gas. So I had to put 5 gallons in it before it got above that grommet. So I'm like, hopefully this doesn't just leak everything out. Anyways, all right, okay. We will get cooking. I'll put you on the time lapse and we'll get going. All right, I split this video here because it was pretty long, both of them together. So kind of ending the work on this now. See it again next week in part 2. Thanks for being here. Appreciate all you guys, and hopefully you're having a great day.